Today's video I'm going to be talking about the history of Bojangles, another chicken restaurant. Famous chicken and biscuits. Every time I see a Bojangles video on YouTube or whatever, I always think about that song from the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band called Mr. Bojangles. And I always get reminisce about that when I see a Bojangles commercial or a video on YouTube. But anyway, Bojangles was founded on July 6, 1977 in Charlotte, North Carolina by Jack Follick and Richard Thomas. The first restaurant had no seating. It was a walk-in restaurant, and it wasn't in the best part of town at the time. Bojangles was successful for many years for Jack Follick until he sold the company to Horn and Hardit Company, which is a defunct company out of New York, in 1981. Bojangles would have fame in 1989 when Hurricane Hugo hit the Carolinas, and Bojangles was one of the only restaurants, or the only restaurant, that was still open around that time during the hurricane. During the time of ownership of Horn and Hardit, Bojangles grew to 335 locations, 100 of those locations being in Florida. They also acquired another Florida-based chain called Biscuits. 1990, they sold the company to Sienna Partners and also Invest Partners as well. The company was led by former KFC executive Dick Campbell in 1994. Jim Peterson would take the spot of Dick Campbell as the company went public around the same time. The company was sold yet again to FMAC a couple years later in 1998 and was led by former Wendy's executive Jim Drury. The company was spanned throughout the 90s and the early 2000s. By 2003, they had the 300 store. Bojangles would be sold back and forth to various companies through the years. In July of 2014, the 600 location would be open. In June of 2020, Mountain Dew PepsiCo released a Bojangles only exclusive Mountain Dew called Southern Shock, which was available from June of 2020 to January of 2023. This Mountain Dew was a tropical Mountain Dew flavor that I wish I had, but I never had the chance because we don't have Bojangles around here. There's currently 816 locations of Bojangles in the U.S. Bojangles also has their own hard iced tea as well at stores that are near the Bojangles restaurants. Thanks for watching this video on history of Bojangles.